Evening, everyone. Just me and my hairy pal today. I was going to do some work with a ball and a band. Now, if you don't have a squashy ball like this, I know some of you do, but if you don't, then a football or like a kid's beach ball or something, that'd be fine. We're not using it on our backs or anything, we're just going to be using it as a kind of prop to think about our alignment and hopefully create a little bit more engagement through our core. And a band, if you have one, it's not totally essential. Again, it's just adding a little bit to the exercise. If you don't have a band, the first I'm only going to use the band in one exercise anyway, so I'll show you. If you don't have a band, you might be able to use a ball as well, actually. So, if you do have a band, pop it underneath, kind of middle of your ribs at the back, and you want to create quite a bit of tension. This is quite a low resistance band, so the purple ones that I use in class are much better, and the ones that some of you bought recently, the blue ones that you've got are much better than this. So you want it quite tight so that you feel that your arms are doing a little bit of work once they're up here, and they're going to just maintain this position. It's to try and keep your shoulder blades nice and wide on your back, and just get you to think about the connection through your spine and your deep abdominals, kind of connecting a little bit. I mean, you're not going to feel much at all in this position to start with, but it's just to try and make you a wee bit more aware of that connection. If you don't have a band and you've maybe got another ball, what you can do is bend your elbows and you're going to push into the ball. So again, it's just going to create a little bit more focus on this area by putting in your arms in that little bit of tension if you can. Okay, with either your second ball or your other ball, you're going to pop it between your knees. The band or your ball, get your arms into that nice position so that you're in that tension already. Your knees should be directly above your hips. We're trying to focus on working through the deep abdominals with this one, so you're not going to see much movement, but I promise you it's quite hard work through this area, and it's worth focusing on. Be really mindful about keeping your pelvis in neutral. So the second, we've got two options with the legs. The second one, where we take both legs away, there's going to be a want to overarch that back, but please don't do that. You're only going to put tension and tightness into the lower back. So just try and keep your pelvis in neutral all the time so your lower back is lengthened. So let's begin. Okay, so arms in that nice position. Really think about activation. You're thinking about kind of reaching right from the shoulder blade all the way through like the outer section of your arm. So get yourself into that nice position to start with. We're now going to just allow the legs to roll on the ball. So it's kind of like a toe tap movement. You're not going to get anywhere near the floor because we're going to try and keep the ball in between our knees. You can exhale for one leg, inhale back, exhale away, inhale back. So it doesn't look like much, but I am starting to work a little bit quite hard through my deep abdominals. Now you can carry on with this option, or if you want to make it a little bit harder for yourself, a little bit more of a challenge, you tuck your chin towards your chest and curl up. Now as you curl up, allow the arms to go into a little diagonal so they're kind of reaching away. Feel the width across the shoulder blades again, and then you can carry on with that movement. You don't need to squeeze the ball's just there to allow that alignment to come back into the start position. Exhale away, inhale back, exhale away, inhale back. You should do, I'm losing the ball, you should do about 20 of these reps. Maybe 10 with your head on the floor and 10 with your head off the floor in your curl up. Exhale away, inhale back. Keep thinking chin to chest. You can look towards your navel or look to the ball. I've kind of lost count, so I'm going to just do one more to each side. Then allow the arms to relax and bring your head back onto the floor and your feet down. So you should have started to feel, I felt it quite a lot through your deep abdominals. And it's those, that kind of group of muscles that our usual kind of curl up exercises and toe taps don't really go into as well as if we're just doing this kind of small movement exercise and really try to focus quite deep down into this area. So our second option, you should do both of these options anyway. We're going to keep a little bit of an extra squeeze through the ball with this one. And arms back into that position. And again, we're going to start with our head on the floor. And both legs go away towards the floor this time. So you can exhale away, inhale back. And exhale away, inhale back. Now this is the one, as I said before, I want you to be really mindful about what your pelvis is doing. You want to keep it in its neutral position. I'm just going to show you, for example, what would happen if I take my feet. This is where I can get to keeping my pelvis in neutral comfortably. If I take it further, what's going to happen is my lower back is now arching away, and I'm putting a lot, I can feel it immediately, like the tightness, and it's not nice at all. It's not good. So bring yourself back and just focus. Do challenge yourself. Take yourself to where you can without letting that arch through the spine happen. Exhale down, inhale back, and again you can do this one with your curl up. So chin to chest and nicely curling up. Allow the arms to go into your diagonal. Exhale down and inhale back up. Now you might find that your feet can get a little bit closer towards the floor when you're in your curl up. It's just because your back's going to be a little less tight in that area because you've curved your upper back. But you've still got to be really careful that you don't go into the arch. So you want to do it again, if you can, 10 with your head on the floor and 10 in your curl up. It is really difficult, especially when you're talking through it, because I can't breathe properly. So exhale down and inhale back. Let's do 2 more. I've lost track of how many I've done. And then relax the arms and let the head come to the floor, and then the legs can come back down and just let everything relax. You can get rid of your band and your ball. And then next one we're going to do, we've done a lot of these in class recently, so those of you who haven't been for a while, it's quite a good one to try. It's our prep for our single leg stretch. So I want you to just relax your right leg along the floor. We're going to bend the left leg up. Take your right hand on your left knee and your left hand on your left ankle. And you can bring that leg in. You bring the knee in as much as you can, again without the pelvis tipping up. So just make sure the pelvis stays in neutral when that leg is in that bent position. Now you tuck the chin towards the chest. Curl up through your spine. Now once you're here, just lift those elbows up. And immediately, hopefully, you feel a bit more supported through your back. You look towards your navel, and then we're going to lift this long leg up, up and back down. So you can exhale up, inhale back down. We're just going to do 3 lifts, and then we'll change sides, and you can either stay in your curl up, or you can bring yourself back down and then come back into your curl up. So once you're in your curl up on this side, you've changed your hands, opposite hand and opposite knee, same hand on the same ankle. The other leg is now along the floor and you're lifting those elbows up. And we're doing again 1, 2, and 3, lift, and all the way back down, and then just let everything come back down, or you can stay up and do the change again. We're going to do 1 more to each side. Now I want you to think about that pelvis staying in neutral again. So you're in that curl up, you're lifting the elbows up, flexing through the foot, you're lifting that leg up. Now, it's this point, if you take your foot up too far, the whole body's going to rock back. Okay? So, for me, and we're all going to be different, so don't just take it to where I'm taking it, You might be able to get higher, or you might just need to take it a bit lower. Concentrate on that pelvis staying in neutral, and take your leg up as far as you can without that rocking, and back down. So exhale up and inhale back down, and again exhale up and inhale back down, and then change onto your last side. Opposite hand on knee, same hand on ankle, into your curl up, lifting through those elbows, flex through the foot. Exhale up and inhale back down. Stay nice and strong through that curl up with lifting those elbows. Last lift. And let everything relax down. Just let the legs lengthen. We've been on quite a lot of flexion. And just reach through the ankles for a moment and just let that stretch happen through the body. Kind of have a wee wriggle about through the upper body as well. It's quite important to just feel that connection through the back of the shoulder blades as well. We're going to come back up and do our full single leg stretch now. So we're going to start at the same side. So let's take your left knee in, the right hand comes on. The left hand goes down towards the ankle. We're lifting up into that curl up again and reaching through the elbows. Now the right leg is now going to be lifted, and you're going to point the foot. So it's hovering, and I want you to really reach through those toes and then change. And this time you're staying in your curl up, and you're going into your full leg stretch, and you're exhaling to reach away and inhaling for that change. And during the change you're going to try and avoid the curl up dipping towards the floor. Try and stay up as tall as possible. We're going to do one more switch, and then everything can come back down and relax through the spine again. We're going to take that into our double leg. So hands on our knees. So for our double leg, our heels come together and our toes are apart. So you're in your first position, or Pilates stance, some people call it. Have the knees above or hip distance apart, but if you can bring them in a little bit closer towards your body without your pelvis coming out of neutral, do that. Hands on your knees. You're saying the same thing as before. You're going to tuck the chin towards the chest and curl up, lifting those elbows up. You pulling those knees in as much as you can without tipping pelvis, and then reaching the legs away and the arms away. So you're exhaling in and inhaling this time to reach away. It just gives you a wee bit more support. Exhaling and inhale. The lower your legs are, the harder it is. So if you feel any pull to the lower back, just take the legs up a wee bit higher. Last one. And of course, if any of you know the full version where your arms go into circles at the same time as your legs go, then of course you can do that. So the last one I'm going to do with you tonight is our scissors. So we're going to let one leg go along the floor, and we're going to lift one leg up. This is a slight variation of the classical scissors. We're not going to let our at any point our legs be without support. Okay? So we're going to take two hands behind the knee of our left leg, tuck the chin towards the chest, and we're going to bring ourselves into our curl up. And again, you can lift those elbows, and notice that helps with that support. The other leg is reaching away from your hips, and then you're going to bring that up, take the right hand, pop it behind your right knee, and then let the other leg go. So we're going to do it in quite a slow, controlled manner, which is not like our scissor exercise really. If I was to show you the full scissors, or not the full scissors, but the kind of the next level, you're going to pull that in, and then you let your legs go. So the hands just let go, and it's much harder to stay in that tall curl up. So just as a wee intermediate, just try and keep hold of the legs. So your arms are not without your leg at any position. Let's do one more to each side. Bring both legs up, bring the knees in, and just let your bodies come back. Just then have a wee rock from side to side. Have a little circle around. with the legs, just gonna give your back a little bit of a massage, whatever you fancy doing, and roll up as you're rolling like a ball if you can, and then just either carry on with another video, or just give your shoulders a little roll, give your abdominals a little rest, and let's do a wee spine stretch forward. So tuck the chin in towards the chest, reaching through the arms, allow them to relax, coming all the way back up again. Let's go into a wee extension, so pop the hands behind you, and we're going to lift up through the breastbone, just to lengthen out the spine and drop the shoulders down towards the hips. And sitting nice and tall, and let's just do one more. Lifting up through the collarbone, wide through the shoulders, and back to the start. Okay, thanks very much guys, I will see you soon.